Yo, what is going on, you guys? It's your boy King Sanders here. We are back with another day of sports betting. This is going to be for Saturday, January 29th slate of NBA games. I'm really excited to hop into it, but first, we'll do a recap. I don't really want to do a recap, but we will definitely do one. We are always clear here on this channel. We're not going to be hiding anything. We had a really rough day yesterday. Really rough day. So first we did have Cade Cunningham over 17.5 points versus Orlando Magic. One of the worst shooting nights I've ever seen him have. He shot 3 of 17. There's just not much you can do there. Shot attempts were there, and if he makes his normal 40-50%, he hits that, because I think he finished with 8 maybe. But either way, it wasn't really close. Then we had Shai Gilgeous-Alexander over 25.5. Dude gets injured. Nothing we can do there. Only finishes with like 17 minutes. Nothing we can do. Bulls minus 1.5. They're on my shit list. I'm never betting on the Bulls again. I know I said that a while ago, but I gave them another chance. That was it. They just lost, and I'm done. I'm done with the Bulls. They're still my favorite team. They always will be, but I'm done betting on them. Just done. I get them wrong every single time, and I'm done betting on them. But on the plus note, we did have our plus value play cash, so it was just a really weird day in the NBA, but we did have Yusuf Nurkic under 13.5 rebounds, plus 100 odds. Cash is for us right on the line, so I love that. I'm super excited about that. If I were to pick any of these bets to hit, that was the one. So we didn't lose nearly as much juice as we normally would have, so we did have a 1-3 day. Now today is going to be the day to bounce back. So I did just want to address a couple things first. First thing is we are on the road to 3,000 subscribers. Once again, thank you guys so much. We are really close to 2,500 right now. So we're just barely over 500 subs away from that 3,000 mark, and we will be doing a giveaway once we get there. But also, there is more than likely going to be a video tomorrow, but I can't make any promises. My cousin, she is getting married on Saturday at the time that you guys will be watching this video. So she is getting married, so I don't really know if I will be making a video tomorrow night or not. Haven't really decided. But more than likely I will be. Just depends on what time we end up getting home. So those are the two things I want to address, but let's go ahead and hop into these plays. I know you guys don't really want to hear that. So, first play of the day is going to be Tyrese Maxiell over 1.5 threes versus the Sacramento Kings, minus 136 on FanDuel. The Sacramento Kings, they do allow the most points per game to opposing point guards in the entire NBA, so they give up a lot of points, especially to the point guard position. And Tyrese Maxiell has been on fire from 3 recently. He has cashed this line in 4 of his last 5 games, so very solid. And the Sacramento Kings, we all know that they're not a very great defensive team. They do have the second worst defense in the entire NBA statistically. And I do think it helps the 76ers, or at least Tyrese Maxiell in this case, that the Sacramento Kings play at the 6th fastest pace in the entire NBA. So with all that being said, I think that is a recipe for success for our man Tyrese Maxiell. So that is our first play of the day. Tyrese Maxiell over 1.5 threes versus the Sacramento Kings, minus 136 odds. Our next play of the day is going to be James Harden under 9.5 assists versus the Golden State Warriors, minus 110 odds. At the time of recording this video, even though it is super late right now, it's like 12:30 Central Time, but even though it's super late, we don't really have a whole lot of lines up. So we will have a play from this, or potentially 2 plays from this game, but our first one's going to be this James Harden play. Golden State, they do have the best statistical defense in the entire NBA, and when it comes to point guards, it is still just as great. Despite Steph not really having a whole lot of size, he is still a good defender statistically, I guess. So they do allow the second fewest assists per game to opposing point guards. So I do think that gives us a little bit of an advantage as well. Don't really give up a lot of assists this year. And in their last 3 games, Golden State Warriors have really slowed down the tempo. Normally they do play at a faster pace, but I think with no Draymond, I do think they've decided to slow it down just a little bit. They are the 5th slowest pace in the entire NBA in their last 3 games. And if you look at it, I think this is going to be more of a ISO star-studded type of game. I think it's going to be more of Kyrie trying to, cook up his defender, whether it be Steph, whether it be Klay Thompson. And I do think James Harden is going to be doing much of the same. I feel like it's going to be a lot more ISO ball. I don't really think it's going to be super high scoring. And so I just think this is a terrible matchup for James Harden to be looking for assists. I do think he has a big night in points, which is why I didn't touch his PRA line at all. But I just think for the assist line, I just think it's going to be tough for him to get. So that's our second play of the day. James Harden under 9.5 assists versus Golden State Warriors minus 110 odds. Our next play of the day is going to be the Memphis Grizzlies minus 5.5 versus the Washington Wizards minus 110 odds. The Washington Wizards, they have been very, very, very bad. And recently they did have a article basically stating that they are willing to trade everyone at the deadline besides for Bradley Beal. So that's obviously going to hurt the chemistry. I don't think that they're going to be able to just kind of brush that off. I think that it's going to take a toll on them. And clearly, they've been talking about it for a while because they have only covered in one of their last 11 games. So something is going on over there in Washington, and I got a feel for the guys. And Grizzlies, on the other hand, they're kind of the opposite. They've covered in 3 of their last 4 games, and they've been absolutely tremendous recently. And in the last 5 games that these teams have matched up, the Memphis Grizzlies have won and covered in 4 of their last 5 games versus them. So I think we see an advantage there. And the Wizards, as a road team, are really, really bad. They are just 7, 15, and 1 against the spread. So really, really poor, and I just don't really foresee them beating a very good Memphis Grizzlies team right now, especially since Memphis is starting to get healthy. I've been watching them, ever since the middle of the season, or like a little bit closer to the beginning of the season, and they've just been a really solid team. So I can't really bet against them on the Wizards when they have been absolutely porous. So that is our third and final play of the day. Grizzlies minus 5.5 versus the Washington Wizards minus 110 odds. But we do have our consensus play. Our consensus play as of yesterday did not hit. I know, again, it was another really weird day, but yesterday it did not hit. So we do have another consensus play of the day. Someone down in the comment section had mentioned that it should be televised games so that way you guys can watch them, and I think that's a fantastic idea. So we are going to be doing that. So for this one, it is going to be the Brooklyn Nets at the Golden State Warriors. Golden State Warriors are 5.5-point favorites, minus 110 odds. And so we do have 5 handicappers, 2-0 on the Golden State Warriors to cover this 5.5-point spread. So that is going to do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Like I said, we are on the road to 3,000 subscribers. I'd love to be able to hit that at some point. But, it's completely in your guys' hands. So thank you guys for all the support. This is King Center signing out. Peace.